Welcome to this course on Peanut Lab installation. In this particular module, we're going to take a look at disk partitioning and resizing. Usually, after installing your Ubuntu or your Red Hat, Fedora, or any other, maybe Kali Linux, you will notice that the partitioning and the way it was sized, there might be issues. Maybe you used 1 terabyte, and rather than seeing 1 terabyte when you check your space, you're probably seeing about 100 gig. Or maybe you use 200 gig and you're seeing about 50 gig. There's no point being worried. We're going to take a look at that in this particular module. But before talking about partitioning, let's understand what what it is theoretically. In Linux, especially in the Ubuntu operating system, there are two ways to partition your hard disks. There is the standard partitioning and there's also the LVM method. LVM stands for your logical volume manager. So by default, yeah, you can always make use of the standard partitioning. That's actually the traditional way of, dividing your disks into separate sessions. Your standard partitioning is straightforward, but the issue with that is that if you've done your partitioning, you cannot resize it. It's difficult resizing, partitions once you've done them. So let's because usually you're trying to install your Linux, you have several partitions. Once you have the first partition, second one, and the third one. One is about say maybe 5 gig, the other one is about 20 gig, the last one is about 50 gig. It will be difficult for you to resize them, but if you're using the logical volume manager, it makes resizing of partitioning to be easier. So you can create partitions, you can resize them, you can delete them easily without much constraints. So just like we said at the beginning of this module, if you resize, or let's say maybe you've installed your Ubuntu and you discovered that the sizes were not accurate, okay, you can actually use this command df -h video display lv extend resize to to check what has been done to correct it. So df-h stands for the D stands for disk, the F stands for file system. The minus H means that you want that result to be in a human readable format. When we do our labs, we would understand this better. But just know that DF stands for disk file system. It shows you the remaining space that you have, and then the minus H makes it to be in a human readable format. The VG here, V stands for volume, G stands for group. So your VG stands for volume group. And then if you run this command, it allows you to it shows you more information about the volume group properties. And of course, your LV extend, LV stands for logical volume. You can extend your logical volume. So in the next lab, we're going to take a look at the disk partitioning. So we'll demonstrate this in our lab.